to the power
manufacturing politics. And they were giving it to everyone who would, every Tom, Dick, and Harry would say, anti-komunista ako. So, time passed by and Cory won. And a lot of yung select were ordered release. Wala akong problema doon. Ang nagka-problema ko, yung mga alsamasa na walang authority to keep the guns, even the bare documents, wala. But they were armed and they were marauding Davao. And kayong mga taga Davao, alam ninyo to, the story about the rich guy, pumasok itong mga to, mga baon gang ng Davao, who used to be CSDF. And they stayed in the house and knew very well that you cannot withdraw money from the bank more than 50,000 a day. So they were asking for more, so they stayed in the house. And in the meantime, day to day, they raped the wife, the children, and the maids. So doon nag-umpisa ang rage ko. I was only a vice mayor. But sinabi ko na, this cannot happen. And by that time, pumasok na ang, used to be marijuana lang, pumasok ang meth, Cebu. And they were committing, because it was easy, and the market was ready. At nagkaroon ako ng problema because I became mayor of Davao City for 23 years. So may problema talaga ako. And yung parami na ang parami, I started with just being a soft landing. But nung parami na, napuno na yung ano ko, rehab ko, sabi ko, delikado na to. So I made just a survey of my own city. And at that time, it was already deadly serious. Because, you know, it starts with pamilya at may addict, the entire family becomes dysfunctional. The social cost. Magnakaw yan, mag-hold up, di mo more. So kita mo ngayon, it has reduced crime by 50%. Sabi sa amin doon sa Davao 7. Kasi wala na sa labas eh. And there was a point, it was on my third election, sabi ko, I will not tolerate killing civilians, raping women and child. I will not accept that as a theory of government that I can go after you and just send you to prison. Ang sinabi ko, at ito, inulit ko yan eh, if you destroy the children of my country, if you destroy my country, I will kill you. That's what I said in Davao. Hindi pa kasi yung first, second. But about the time about si Ramos na. Sabi ko, hindi ko na ito. Kasi every time may nire-rape, ang problema yung nire-rape, buti sana ko yung babae. And there was this also gang. And they were raping a 25-year-old, 85-year-old woman. Every day doon pinapigpipistahan. So, sabi ko sa police, ito, klaro. And this is really what I said. Go out and hunt for them. Arrest them if they're willing to surrender. But if they offer a violent resistance, and you think as a police arresting officer, your life may be in jeopardy, on danger, or you're being killed, you kill them. And that's the order for today. Hanapin ninyo ngayon, bakit noon? Bakit noon wala patay? Ngayon lang panahon dito. Because halos lahat ng police noon, given na may mga police generals who were into it, at saka yung tinatawag nilang ninja, those yung mga bata-bata, all of them are missing as a matter of fact. Matter of fact, I placed 2 million. Hindi ito pera ng gobyerno, pera ito sa mga taong galit sa droga. I have about 3 multi-billionaires, a lot of mayor. Yung anak nila na lulong sa droga. Ito na sabi, sige mayor, you offer bounties para matapos ito sila lahat. Ito galito, tinamaan sila. There was the one guy said, I am supporting you because my son died because of drugs. And I am about to lose another. Kung gusto ninyo, ipakilala ko sa inyo yan. Baka sabihin nyo, iniimbento ko lang. I will introduce you. I'll give you the name after this if you want. And you can ask them. So ngayon, bakit sa Davao maraming patay? Kasi sa Davao, sinabi ko sa pulis, if you follow strictly to a T, my order, you will have my full protection. Nung na presidente na ako, ganon ang sinabi ko sa kanila. Na why? Kasi matapang na ang pulis ngayon. Bakit noon? Kasi ang pulis noon takot talaga ng kaso. Yan ang problema dyan. All policemen, pati kayong mga mayor, takot ang pulis ninyo magkaroon ng kaso. Yes, sir. Because the FAD, is that pag mag-demanda ka ng pulis for whatever crime, the usual, alam mo na, abogado rin ako, is also to file a counter charges. Ang problema, lumalakad yung pera, nauuna pa ang hearing sa pulis. And invariably, because of money, nauna pa pag-convict ang pulis. Kaya sabi ko sa kanila dito ngayon, wag kayong, maraming, alam mo kasi, the entry pay of the police is 14,000 only. Can just imagine pag police dito tapos may 3-4 na anak. How can he survive and even the food on the table? Kaya takot talaga yan. Walang ginawa kung hindi maghingi-hingi because rather than really be an example of a police model, wala, kanya-kanya sila. And so, with the advent of drugs, pumasok ang mga congressman, may mayor, marami, at ang mga barangay captain. Now remember, I'm warning you. You might not like my character, but I'm warning you. The portals of narco-politics has been opened already, starting with Dilima. Pumasok na kasi lahat ng barangay captain, halos, it's not thick, pero pinabalidate ko kasi ako, tinignan ko yung sa police, pati sa military, pati sabi ko yung nika. So there are some people na hindi ko makonect dito sa police. I want it verified, validated sa military. Pagdating naman doon sa nika, sa intelligence, MIG, ISAP, hindi sabi ko, wag na muna yan. But this would be the final report. Is it there? Orot ito, mayor pati. This would be the final. And the list there are police, barangay captains, a few mayors. This is not limited to Tondo. These names are spread throughout the Philippines. Ito ang pulis, ha? Pagka ninja group, pulis yan. Ninja group, ninja group, ninja group, ninja group, ninja group, ninja group. Lumalaban to. Ayaw na magsurrender. May 2 million na nga akong patong. Hindi pa nagsusurrender. So what am I supposed to do? Sabihin ko, hulihin ninyo. Lalaban talaga yan. At mamamatay yan. Now, itong sabi mo na, where's the big fish? My God, the big fish is not here. It's in China. They are operating the Shabu operation in the Philippines using the digital map naman. Mayroon nila doon. O, sige, deliver mo dyan sa yung tindahan na sa Pandakan banda. Kunin mo yung pera doon, may nakaparking. Dyan. Real time. So, kaya binuka mo yung ambasador eh. Kaya lang it disappeared from the headlines. Sabi niya pag-usapan. So they offered to build so many of the rehab centers. Sabi ko, do you have anything to do with this? Are you really trying to create something in my country? Destabilization na dyan. Who's your next leader if you do not want me? Why are you? Sabi na no talaga. Kaya they're inviting me for a formal. So doon yan sila. So who are left here? The lieutenants. Who are the lieutenants? The police, pati yung mga mayor, pati yung barangay captain. Now, what about, sabi nga, where's the big fish? Alam mo, Amerikano na mismo nagbigay ng data na yan. Now, when you are in Shabu, 6 months to 1 year, your brain will shrink. Kaya lumalaban talaga, may baril yung mga yan. Believe me, I've been mayor for several years. Hindi naman that. Of course, may salvaging. Totoo yan. Pero yung salvaging na binabalot ng plaster hanggang ulo, we are not into that kind of business. What for? This government is not in the manufacture of mummies. Bakit ba? Those are really yung pang-ano yan, yung torture. That's the stages na dandahanin ka. Yeah, you must remember that the first organized crimes here, hindi ang gobyerno, yung mga sa military, pati sa police, they were the ones. What do you think you will do if you are a general once it is already too constricted to move around? Yan, kasi ang mahirap dito, pag may namatay, it's about 1,000, sabihin kagad gobyerno. Why would I order? Di hulihin mo na lang. Look at the report. I'll show you every day. May briefer ako. Drugs, all over the Philippines until now. May briefer ba ko yan? Ipakita. You release it to the public. Today. Magsabi ka lang 1,000 arrest meron. Where will this thing go? So, sabi ko, state of lawlessness because there's only a little leeway to gaya sa Arayat, I will be flying there. Laboratory talaga na may mga attack na. How can this country survive kung sabi ko, patayin ko kayo. Talagang papatayin. Sabi ko, huwag na tayo magbulahan ha. I'm not the kind na medyo yung hambog. But I'm staking my presidency, my life and honor. I really do not care mapalis ako. Go ahead. As long as I have my honor intact. Do not do it in my time. Wag mo akong ngayon. Papatayin talaga kita. Papatayin kita. Because I have to protect. If I do not interdict now, I would have compromised the next generation. Anak ninyo, pati apo. And it's going to be in narco-politics, just like the failed countries in South America. Bakit? Ako? Kung magpresidente ako, pera, hayaan ko na lang lahat. Sige, leader kita na. Wala akong pinatawad, pati yung mga barangay captain. Wala akong illusions about honor. Honor na being here for. As a matter of fact, if they can pass ito, if you can pass the federal system by next year or 2 years from now, I will resign as president. I will give way. Inyo na. Wala akong I'm 71 years old. So what I'm supposed to do here? Tsaka wala kang makuha dito. Totoo lang magprangkahan tayo. Except for that. nakukurnihan kayo, kayo. Pero ako yung napapayag. We speak the same dialects dito, Tagalog. Sometimes you talk of your own dialect. Moro, di Ilocano, Ipugaw, di Igorot, Bisaya. So what binds us together? This love. If nobody would honor it, but I will. Ngayon sabi ko sa military, if you do not take it, do not like me. Do not say, Cordita, call me. And I will be the one to swear you there. O ito, bagong hunta. Kanila na ang gobyerno. Do it if you like. Well, pero not until nakaupo ako dito. I will not allow it. So sabi ko sa mga polis, do it and do not be afraid. I will take full responsibility, legal or otherwise. Ako ang magpakulong, trabaho kayo. Pero pag nagkamali kayo, do it, mag-kidnap ka on the pretext of drug, anong putang ina mo, papatayin kita. Talagang hiritan kita. Do not do it, sabi ko. Ganon sa Davao. Davao, police na kidnap. Pag-grade, hindi ko nahihintay. Pati yung study, sabi ko, patayin ninyo. O yun siya. Wala akong, drugs. Police, patay. Sigurado yan. Yan ang usapan talagang lumalaban naman yan. Hindi talaga ako. Wala akong, I think I became a president by a freak situation. I said nobody was supporting. I didn't have one barangay captain dyan sa Luzon, Visayas, or Bicol, or Mindanao, except Davao City. And yet I won. So what does that tell me? It was the messaging. What was the messaging? That there will be no corruption. And I will see to it that there will be none. And if, kung meron man, malaman ko rin. And yun siya. Ayaw ko ng drugs. Ayaw ko ng criminality. I will give the Filipino people a respect. Lalo na yung corruption na yan. Sabi ko, warning talaga ako. Pati yung cabinet member. Huwag tayo magkamali dito, magkaibigan tayo. You're all my friends. As a matter of fact, sabi nila, bakit si Duterte yung mga kainom? Hindi kami nagiinom, mga kaibigan, kabarkada. Barkada, maybe kaibigan. Why? Because sila ang kilala ko sa dormitoryo. My life was, probinsyano lang ako, galing Davao, nag-aral dito, tapos sa eskwelahan. So, sinong nakikita ko? Di yung mga classmate ko, yung barkada ko sa dormitoryo, pati taga Davao. Bakit limitado? Sino yung pinagtuturo niya? My God, I've assembled the best of them. You know, Yasay and me, isa pa rin niya. Parang, ang English niya, parang si Kerry. Cloud, the cloud on the ground, cloud, God shows me. They call it, it's called it slang. It's not slang. Slang is some slur. Epithets. Biko mas Amerikano po itong buang kaysa. Was may roommate. Ka-roommate ko, harap ko si Dulay pati si Bebot. Isabela yan, Dulay is from Baguio. But Dulay is a very honest man. Noon pa, sa dormitoryo, kung magnakaw kami doon sa PX ng, hindi talaga sumasama yan. Nahuli kami kay sigarilyo namin, mga imported. Tapos sigarilyo, pagkatapos itapon mo mas bintana, di nagkalat yung filter doon na imported. Yung mga pulis, nagtingin lang sa mga bintana, saan yung mga natapon ng mga... Yun, Dulay was really very... At that time, he was clean. He's clean, I assure you. Si Art, was my classmate. Valedictorian namin yan. So, ganun. So, I've assembled yung tinignan ko lang na kaya ko. Yan ang problema natin. Ang ayaw ko dyan is ganito. I have invited everybody. Obama, the Commission on Human Rights sa UN, yung EU, come. But we will do it, the process in my jurisdiction. Kasi ang style, I was already, kaya ako napipika itong pamulitika. Kasi naimbestiga na po ako si Alston, Philip Alston. He came here, the rapporteur of the United Nations Commission on Human Rights. So I asked him, yan ang sinabi ko. True, I gave the orders. But you know yung police, lalo na yung 4 na taon, PNPA, lahat ng lectures binigay na yan. It cannot be that every time mag-order ako, mag-offer kayo kasi, ito ha, huwag kayo magbunot ng baril ha. Tapos na yan. So when I say go out and operate, and, alam na nila because yan ang pinag-aralan nila sa eskwelahan. I do not have to remind them again na do not do it if there's no danger. They know it already. So bakit pa man ako magdaldal? Ang ayaw ko dyan, tinatakot ako. Yung una, I just kept my silence. Ito mga NGO, daldal. Hayaan ko lang. Tapos itong rapporteur, I think he was an idiot there. So one time nagsasalita. No, when I was mayor, okay lang yan. Kasi ako presidente na ngayon Mapapahiya yung mga tayo. Wag na ako, sanay ako niyan. Talagang walang hiya ako. Putang ina nila. Pero yung Pilipino, it's degrading for the rest of the guys of the Republic. Ito naman ang Pilipinas, binababoy naman tayo. So, medyo galit na ako doon. Nagsalita si Obama after Ban Ki-moon. Basura lahat siya ginawa. Ako, come here and we will have a confrontation. You ask me questions, all of you. Then, in obedience to the great principle of the right to be heard, I will now ask you questions. Ako na ikaw. I will start with dilemma. I'll start with you. Here is a footage X-rated. I have a vague memory of your face. Are you the one here portrayed? I mean, I know that this one is your driver, but I have forgotten your face. Are you the one here? Ganunin ko talaga siya. Siya ang unang witness ko. Where did you get those? Di ba kay Nograles? And who was, it was to your office almost every week. Kasi yung lahat na sa Davao na mamatay, pati yung nasagasaan ng bisikleta, meron niya tapos pinail nila. Ako, I do not deny that maraming namatay. Pero it was really to serve my city. And because I am president, I will never allow the youth of this land to be destroyed. Amerika, pagkahiprotiko. Britain and America announced to the world that they were going to invade Iraq because there are stored there weapons of mass destruction. Putang ina kan, isang kwitis, wala. And look at Iraq. It's a failed state. Then they began to nibble at Gaddafi, eventually, tignan mo. Look what is now happening. It used to be a land of opportunity, not only for them, but for us. Lahat at 2 billion of our countrymen are there working. Ngayon, pati yung mga Pilipino doon, hindi nila malaman kung anong gawin. So that's the problem. It's not only lahat tayo tinamaan. Yan ang hypocrisy nila. Sabi na, ako, how many okay, assuming it to be true, 1,000? Ilan ang pinatay nila dito sa Pilipinas? I showed them because they were talking about human rights. Di sinabi ko, ito. I'd like to talk about this first. Sa Budaho, they murdered 7,000 Moro people there, men, women, and children. Sabi kagad itong isang They were interviewed, Tatad, Lozano, and wala na, past na yan. May mga muro yan, oh. My brother, Moros, tell them straight, what is in your heart? Sabi na, this is not past. This is not 1 century ago. This is now. The Americans are still here lording it over, telling me, using your armed forces to fight us. Kasi kinausap ko una komunista. Kasi matapag sila Tiamson and spouses, lahat ng mga bigwigs ng komunista, invited them for dinner after this. Then I went to the MI because they said that they will go to war kung walang BBL. Hilot-hilot, pakiusap. Then Noor, but Noor, I said, I cannot bind the Abu Sayyaf. He wants now the Abu Sayyaf to be a part of the group that would be amnestied. Sabi ko, no. I will talk to you, but I will never talk to the Abu Sayyaf for what they did. Kung binabati ko sa kunang Pilipino, wala ako sa... Ako isang bala lang sa ulo, okay na yan. Saka I've always warned the soldiers na do not mutilate ignominy sa patayang katawan. Isang bala lang, tapos na yan. Bakit ka pa mag... So, yun ang istorya ko. Now, since we are talking about the children, at sa bahay ng Home for the Aged, you should go. Just in front of the Davao International Airport, a few meters inside. Wala ang problema doon. Lahat binigyan ko. Yung mga special kind because they live parang in shame. So dahil sa tatay na separate yung kanila. And I do not allow even the press to. Pero ako ho sa Davao, you can check, marami nandito man ang mga taga Davao. Every Christmas, for the people, mga aged, they have a one-day party with me. Then the commercial sex workers, may party yan sa akin. Then the military and the police. Then the barangay captains. Lahat sila, mga differently able. Lahat yan sila may party. And Davao is the only place in the Philippines na walang vice squad. Davao is the only city in the Philippines the policemen are not allowed to apprehend prostitutes or commercial sex workers. Bawal sa Davao. They cannot go around asking mga clearances. I have dissolved Davao Vice. Ang kawayan ng mga yan, mga gago na putang, paghuli ng babae, dalhin sa opisina, gamitin, kunin pa yung pera. Kaya ngayon, marami talagang sa Davao yan ang... So what can I do? I cannot offer them anything. I cannot take them all in the government service. Cannot do that. So hinayaan ko lang. My only condition is that they report to the city health officer every week. At doon binibigyan ng condom. They must use it. Yan lang hiningi ko. And I allow them. Walang magawa eh. Walang huli-huli ang polis doon. Sagrado ang babae doon sa Davao. Hindi lang alam nitong nabiti ko sa akin noon. I was the first lahat. And my mother, she died 2 years ago. She was 96 years old. Nanay ko. Magna 97 siya. Sayang hindi umabot ng 100. Ito. Ako, well, if we go by genetics, walang problema. But ang problema natin is maraming bisyo. Ako, that I have, I'll tell you, I'll be frank with you. May Barrett ako. Alam na mga doktor yan. At kinuna nila ako ng sabi ng doktor, malignant. Hindi ko matinago yung ng eleksyon. Sabi nga ni Rojas, maghubad na lang tayo. Gusto mo yan. Smoking, Berger's disease. That's why walang smoking. balang araw hanggang buong Pilipinas na to, I will not allow smoking because you pass cancer to the people who do not want it. Drinking sa Davao, stop it at 1 o'clock. We cannot be drinking forever. Panahon ko lang yun. Kami hanggang umaga eh. But you know, I can see people, young people there sa drinking until wee hours in the morning. Kagaya ng ginawa, exactly the same sa atin dito. Paggaling sa eskwela, kasi hangol, greedy ng sine. Wala masyado sine sa probinsya. Galing ng eskwelahan, kain, sine. Magpunta sa Brown Derby, mag-inom muna. Bago mag-aral, mabutit na lang, pumasa. But that's how it is. I said, you may not like my style. Pero yan ang ano ko. Na itong, bakit ako nagsabi paalisin yung Amerikano? Yung angling ng reporting. Sabihin ko sa paano ko. Sabi ko, I have talked to. So mayroong talagang resistant. Alam mo saan nag-resist yung mag-usap na negotiator, no? Sa mga scholars at ang mga bata. Yan yan. That massacres there happened today. It cannot be a past tense for them. Diyan ako nahirapan ngayon kung paano ko i-diskarte. Just like Samar sa Balinggiga, they went inside Samar and the Americans killed 10 above. They massacred them and they got that belfry. Ngayon nila sa nasuli hanggang ngayon. And the goal that they can talk to me about human rights. Sabi ko, araw-araw na sa TV, the black people already hands up. Nandiyan na tumba, pinagbabaril ninyo, then you come here about human rights. Kung hindi lang bawal magpatay ng Amerikano, patayin kita dito. Ganun ang hypocrisy ng ano. So everybody is committing it. Ang Amerikano kasi gumaganon. Tinuturo niya ako, at the same time, tinuturo niya sarili niya. Kaya I want them there. I want them there. Then they can ask questions. I would give the same answer that I'm giving you. That's the truth. But I want them placed under oath. Nothing wrong. Just like parang a deposition setting. You get my deposition, fine. Place me under oath. But ikaw, when the time comes, pwede na sila lang magtanong, anong tingin na sa akin, gago? Tapos yung anong sagot ng atin, sagot niya, badalhin na doon, they make a report, and they condemn me. Kaya sabi ko, gusto ko, dalawa man ito. Kalukuhan ng Amerikano, so, ininsulto mo. So, a lot of Filipinos, especially yung medyo AV, ganon, was they're more worried about how Obama was insulted, and they do not really bother to what's the sentiment of the Filipino people. I have a problem. Not in the scale of what they have, but I have to solve this. If I go down in history as a killer or the one disgraced because I was impeached, fine with me. Okay lang sa akin, walang problema. Okay, honestly, okay lang sa akin. Assassination, fine. I do not lose honor in both. I keep my honor intact. At least, I did what I should do at this time for my country. Wala ako. Now, if my judgment is wrong, well, I'm sorry. If you do not agree with me, fine. But there's a problem. Ako yung, gusto mo, palit tayo. Kayo. Sabi ko kay Dilima, I'll give you a chair here. Plan out how to solve this. Sabi ni General Santiago noon, 3 million. 92% of all barangays and 3 million. When I became president, ang nag-surrender, it's nearing another 3 million. When I talked with Widodo sa summit doon sa ASEAN, he said, I have a 4 million addict siya. Sabi ko, my God, I'm nearing that number. So anybody who has a bright idea of solving this, remember that I went into the presidency on a budget that is not mine. The budget that I am operating on now is a budget that was prepared the other year by Pinoy. Under this election, I entered midstream. So wala akong budget. The loudmouth, why don't you just build a rehab there and rehab there? Saan maghanap ng pera? Where in the budget? I cannot steal money. I cannot print money. Pero kung gusto ko, payag ko, hold upin ko na lahat ng bangko dito sa Pilipinas. Because then, I ordered the military to open their camps para doon ilagay. China has promised us. They're only waiting for me because we will sign something. Sabi nila, Standard and Poor's, ang rating nila at natin mababa because these Americans, these foreigners, pro-Americans. Fine, go out. I can always establish another alliance. I will establish alliance with China. I talk to Medvedev, kami sekreto. Ngayon lang ninyo alam. Talk to China, Xi Jinping, anto. Naggawa talaga ako ng paraan. Russia. They said, go. Bring your businessmen. You may have something there that we need. I will open trade alliances with Russia and China. So yung kayong mga investor na go away. Walang problema. Do not scare me. I can tell the people, kaya appeal to you that there are things which I cannot as a matter of principle. Hindi ako magpakaya ng Amerikano. Bakit sa sino? Who are you? Kung sabi na, and besides, the penchant of the press. Kaya I never mentioned his name. If Ed Lingao said that he apologized. Pero right at that, sa reporting, sama sa Duterte hurting words. What is the history? Give me another 2 minutes. Anong history nito? Di ba may election tayo? And there was this incident na talagang nagmura ako because galit ako. Kasi yung hostage taking, pumasok yung isang Australiana. Totoo na, magkumpisa ako. Ngayon, sa galit ko, because they attempted in the morning, nag-negotiate sila to get out. Si Duresa naman pumayag na bigyan ng truck. Ako sabi ko, ayaw ko. Sabi ko, just mag-away tayo niyan. I will not. Sabi ko sa chief of police, dyan lang. But they still tried to went out. So nagkabarilan. Namatay yung missionary, pati isang bata, dala. It was a visit sa... So kanan-kanan ko yung bata, umiiyak. Ako sabi ko, putang ina itong mga animal na to. Ito ang words ko ha. The raw. Putang ina itong mga animal. No? Putang ina, sabi ko, nakalibre pa ng hindot ng magandang babae. Naunahan pa ang mayor. Because sa galit ko. It was a derogation of their manhood. Itong mga putang ina to, ang papangit na hindot niyan, unahan pa ang mayor. So when somebody was looking for the tape, because there was from RPN, nag-piggyback sa akin, he had the exact words recorded. Hinahanap nila, Rojas was buying it for 1 million. Inunahan ko na. But I was not joking when I told that it was a narration of an event. Tinanong itong ambassador, he said something that inisulto niya ako. Then yung Australiana na ambassador. You know, if you're assigned in a country, even if there's free speech, at least in the meantime na may election, you should have said, ask me another time, not now. Kasi it could be a positive or a negative thing. So sa tinamaan, huwag kang sumali. Sabi ko, putang ina, sabi itong bakla na ito. Bakla man talagang ulol. Inulit ko yan. Kasi for the several times that he went there, he never apologized. Hintay lang ako. Sabi niya, sorry Mayor for this. Pati yung Australiana. So galit ako. Tapos yung sabi nga niya, hurting words. Yung incident ni Goldberg, ikonekta na nila doon sa human rights. Then they started to spin. Kaya, for their satisfaction, go to Congress, collect the signatures. If you are successful, impeach, I will go, no problem. Or the military, if you want guys, kung sino yung gusto, maglinya kayo dyan. You want the junta, then I will myself swear in the junta as the new leaders of this country. Wala akong problema. Wala talaga akong problema dyan. Basta ako may problema, binagay sa akin para ayusin, I will do it. Again, at the cost of my life, honor, I relate to how it would, presidency, no problem. I'm ready to go. Ako, basta yan. Ang problema, alam talaga ninyo mabigat. And it will remain. There it will be relentless and continuous until the last pusher is out of the state. Then that is the time that I will say to you, I have done my duty and I'm ready to go. Maraming salamat po.
At
Maraming
yan
salamat
po
sa
ang
inyong
talumpati
pagpapalawak.
sa Malacanang ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Tinalakay niya ang masasamang epekto ng droga sa mga bata at mga pamilya. Babala ng Pangulo sa mga sangkot sa droga kapag sinira daw ng mga ito ang kabataan at ang bansa, papatayin daw niya ang mga ito.
Muli rin ipinakita ng Pangulo ang bago niyang listahan ng mga sangkot umano sa droga. Marami raw sangkot na ninja cops at barangay captains. Muli ring inimbitahan ng Pangulo ang UN at EU na imbestigahan ang mga kaso umano ng extrajudicial killing sa bansa.